Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're doing a reading for someone who is wanting to do the right thing for you and wanting to let you know that they view you as a very important person, the one, the only one. The respect card says, "You deserve the best, and I respect you. I want to do the right thing." So I think there's a sense that someone owes you an apology. Maybe they've been a little distant, or maybe you've even been no contact or low contact for a while. So it feels like this is about a message coming in and someone wanting to express just how much you mean to them. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you catch this the day I post it, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Ready for new and exciting things like me, I hope. All right, let's see. If we were to start with the situations deck, we could probably get a little bit more on the gossip or the juicy side behind this story here. And then we'll dive into the Lenormand. Good morning. Hi there, Ben. Happy New Year. Sunrise is good too. All right, let's see. What do we have today? Well, we definitely had something difficult happening in this situation. We've got history or past happened. There could be kind of a couple of different sessions or times that you all spent together where maybe it didn't always work out right, but then you'd find each other wanting to talk again. Hello there. Happy New Year, Lynn. Hello, Real McCoy. You guys are awesome. So, with regards to whatever this situation is, I think at one point, this divine feminine energy was basically decided that this is too much. I don't think I can continue to put myself in this situation. And there was a sense that there was maybe a chapter closing or a lesson learned, but maybe still a little bit of a sense of unfinished business because you didn't maybe hear how this person felt or why they did what they did. Hi there, Glenn. Hello, Joanna. Good morning, everyone. All right, so let's get more information. We have single and children. I think this came out yesterday, so you might want to check on my readings from yesterday, but we've got somebody here who has basically, I think, recently attained a title of single. So this could have been somebody that's moved out, somebody that's ended a serious relationship or even a marriage, and there could be children involved here. Now, for some of you, if children are not in the picture, the more important reference here would be playful or some sort of kind of desire to get back to what makes you feel alive. But for I think the majority of you, there was some consideration here that had to be made for children that one or both of you had in terms of whether or not it was, acceptable for you to be together. Verge. Somebody is on the verge of telling you how they really feel, what really happened, and why they can't live without you. This feels like somebody who never really got the chance to tell you how they truly felt, and they feel like that's a disservice, even if it doesn't end the way they want it to in terms of, finding a relationship with you. It could be that there is a need just to get it off their chest, right? This is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have today? The Bear. So some of you may live in a more rural area. Some of you may be seen as kind of a lone wolf or someone who can get through a lot on your own. I imagine you're the kind of person that people have said, I look up to you, or they tell you they really respect you. But there's something here about your ability to get through a lot of difficult situations and letting it make you stronger. Hi there, Rose. Welcome. Hello, Voodoo Ninja. So I congratulate you. You've definitely found a way to process and transmute pain in a way that a lot of people are hesitant or actually incapable of doing. And that may actually be helping others in terms of finding their own strength or courage where they need to. But it's also bringing you some good luck here. I really like to see this with the bear because I feel 2023 is going to mark a new chapter for you in the sense that, I don't know, I feel like you've earned a bit of a break, right? So where things may have felt a little bit more like an uphill climb in 2022, I think 2023 is going to be a little bit more like your buddy, you know? Good morning. I hear you, Ben. It's kind of nice to be out in the boonies every now and then. I didn't try to rhyme that, but sometimes we're just accidentally awesome, aren't we? We've got the sun card and the pathways. So I feel like you've had to make a difficult decision, or you may be about to make a difficult decision. And that's why you've been going through what you have. It has built up your courage, it has built up your discernment, it has built up your, I think, just like knowledge that you're able to be happy on your own, that you don't need to be codependent. So a lot of people in life are codependent to some degree, right? I think you've really learned that you just want people in your inner circle that are actually there for you. You don't want to have a bunch of yes men, for example. But there's a choice coming up here, and one of them leads to like serious abundance. I really like, for those of you that are into numerology like Joanna, we've got 222 in terms of the column here. So I feel like you're going to want to pay close attention to the options or offers that are coming your way. I think you'll be happy on either path, but one is a little bit more so reflective of your specific karma, like what you should be getting. So I think some of you need to hear that if you think it's too good for you, you need to change your mindset. So maybe you've been hoping you achieve this level and you need to think of this level. Maybe you've been hoping you get a new apartment and you need to start asking for a house. You got to dream a little bit bigger because I think you have outdone yourself in 2022. You've really matured and demonstrated your strength. So there's abundance coming your way. All right, this is the Energy Oracle. And then I think we have to dive into the tarot. We don't have any tarot yet, you guys. It's your favorite number. That's right, Lynn. Well, must be your reading then. Okay, so we've got door to value and patience. This is beautiful. I'm really drawn to the numbers on these cards. We have number 31 and number 16. In the first thought, my thinking was, okay, so we're almost like halfway, right? But I think that's more so saying whatever you expected or whatever you've been thinking you deserve in terms of a payout, in terms of a promotion, you need to double it. Because the higher one is door to value. You have been dreaming, but dreaming too small. So, treat yourself. All right, let's get into the tarot, shall we? I think we'll use the Tattoo Tarot. Since you can see my tattoos today, you probably know that I'm blessed with some pretty nice weather here on New Year's Day, which is kind of amazing to me. I was outside doing a little bit of yard work and didn't even need my coat. I love that. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So this is clarifying the past which has happened between you. There was definitely somebody here who was hiding how they felt. They could have also been hiding details pertaining to a relationship or details pertaining to their finances. Somebody was not paying close attention to their intuition here, maybe relying a little bit too much on external influence or opinion, or even just like conventional beliefs, right? I like that too, then. So, this leads me to conclude that somebody was disloyal because the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, this is like wifey material, somebody who is there for you, a team player, brings a lot to the table, but is loyal and honest. That is a core element of the Queen of Pentacles. So for her to come out in the reverse alongside the Ace of Swords in the reverse, we know there's somebody here that was dishonest and didn't really feel like they needed to give you the whole picture, what was really going on. But I think I'm getting the sense that this completion or lesson learned card is applicable to more than one person. We've got the divine feminine here and we've got single. So we could have the divine feminine having learned this lesson first, gone on her merry way, and then the divine masculine or pre-divine masculine realizing that something needed to change and then becoming single. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Wands. So this is the energy of not forcing things that are not meant for you. The Queen of Wands has a lot of interesting attributes, and I think sometimes she gets a little bit of a negative rap because she's got, that like magnetism, that sexiness, the appeal, allure that draws people in. And so sometimes I think there are people that like to say this is the hoe of the group, right? But what I see with this is somebody who decided, I'm not going to force a situation. I'm not going to chase somebody. I'm not going to try to convince people that this is, the truth when they don't want to see it. So I think this is like a royal retreat, somebody who has dignity, somebody who has respect for themselves, saying, if that's how you want to do it, that's how you want to do it. I'll see myself out. That's kind of the energy I'm seeing here. Like you handled it with grace, like a boss, like a queen, somebody who knows that if this wasn't right for you, that only means there's something better for you out there, right? Thank you, Glenn. Oh, hello, Bull Girl. Welcome. So we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is right underneath the single card. I think somebody has realized that they can be a good person and also choose, maybe an unconventional choice. So this feels like somebody who is maybe in an unhappy relationship where there could be children or other reasons that people feel like you should stay in that relationship. This feels like people trying to convince someone that they don't have the choice to leave a relationship because what would everyone think? Do you guys want to know the last time I made a decision based on what would everyone think? Oh, I can't remember. It's been that long because you know what? I don't care. It's not your life. You can live your life over there. You probably even have a little bit of influence over Bobby and Susie and Jill and everybody else, but you ain't gonna tell me how to live my life. And I think that's how this person finally feels after seeing a divine feminine basically do the same kind of thing, right? Like, I'm gonna live my life the way I want. But with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, I think the motivation here was this King of Pentacles. He felt like he was giving everything to this situation. For some of you, this is a King of Pentacles that was not giving to the situation. Take it how it resonates, right? Because I think this single card either applies to the divine feminine or to the masculine or both. But you have to lay those genders as they fit for your story. Remember, we all have feminine and masculine energy within. So the main point being, someone was in an unhealthy relationship where they felt that they were basically carrying all of the weight, lifting all of the heavy objects, right? And then something clicked one day and they realized, I don't have to continue to put myself in this situation. I can choose to be happier and make a change. So now we have the High Priestess coming out. And you know what I think this means? I think this means that whoever I'm reading for, you've been getting signs. You already know that this person has feelings for you, and it's eating them alive that they didn't get to tell you that they had those feelings. Or you've just got some weird spidey sense of your own, right? Some of you may find song lyrics have been talking to you and it's a little bit eerie, or you choose a playlist and a song comes up and you know that song has no business being in that playlist. I'll give you an example. One year, this was so long ago, I was listening to a Britney Spears radio on Spotify. Don't judge me. Okay, I love Britney, really. I mean, whatever, judge me if you want. Sometimes it's the right mood, right? And then all of a sudden, Jimi Hendrix comes up on a Britney Spears channel, you guys. I don't care what you say. There's no way that those should be on the same. I can't think of a single reason why they would. And it was the really weird title, something like 1982, A Merman, I Shall Be. I don't know. It's a really weird title. If you guys know it, put it in the chat or the comments. But something along those lines has happened for you. And I think it's given you a little bit of a heads up that you may have some interesting communication coming your way, or you may not be the only person that has these thoughts, you know? Three of Wands in the reverse. This is under the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And I love this, you guys. We have the Ace of Swords being clarified by the Two of Swords, which indicates progression, right? Somebody learning something, moving past a lesson instead of having to relearn it. So this feels like somebody acknowledging that even though they tried to ignore what they felt, even though they didn't tell the truth on what they feel, there is still an opportunity that is going to come back around. Somebody may accidentally run into you or accidentally run into you. I think there's a desire here to explain what happened and take down the barrier that exists between the two of you. Because normally, you know, with the Two of Swords cards, we quite often see the two swords in the shape of like a crossroads, right? Because you're at a crossroads trying to make a decision that may be a little bit difficult. But this, for some reason, I'm like seeing those like airplane men, controller people, directors. It's like somebody saying, okay, you can pass, you know, like we can't continue to ignore each other or not communicate, because I know that there's unfinished business here. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knave of Swords. This is a lot of swords. We may be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is interesting. This is like somebody who is taking action before having all the information. Do you see how it's kind of interesting? They're almost like running into each other, one on his horse and one just like, I'm blocking the road. We've got a situation here where somebody moved, maybe even away, or somebody like excused themselves from the table, right? And it made somebody like kind of look for you like, wait, where did you go? Why did you leave? And now they want information about what's going on. And it's this departure or this ending that has made this person really realize or really want to do a little bit of soul searching. Why did this happen the way it did? What did I do wrong? For some of you, this is a twin flame situation. And I don't really like that term. If you heard me the other day, I think it was like maybe 2 days ago, I think there's a little bit too much out there that basically makes it seem like you don't have a choice once you have somebody who's a twin flame, like you gotta be with them, blah, 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 blah. No. Free will trumps it all. Fight me. Twin flames, I think, are all about teaching you how to value yourself the way you should. Teaching you about how to stand up to somebody that you may think is everything. And telling them, nah, I deserve better. You didn't treat me right. That's what I think twin flames are. So be careful with that, okay? But this is somebody who is realizing since you left or since you ended things, since you walked away, since you've been doing your own thing, that they can't stop thinking about you. And now we have, I always confuse the tower and the moon, so I always have to double check with this deck. Now we have the tower coming out. So there is a significant change. I think it's the end of a relationship, somebody deciding to move away from a hometown or a live-in relationship. But there is major change here because somebody feels they've lost who they adore. And I think they felt that they had lost you before, but this felt much more real to them. And it's making them question where they want to invest their time, what they think is the right relationship for them, right? That's a good call there, Ben. And thank you, Voodoo. Hey, it's King Pirate. I know you all were wondering where he was. Welcome, King Pirate. How's it going? All right, so we've got the King of Swords and the High Priestess in the reverse. Interesting, because we have the High Priestess being clarified right now, you guys. So the question is this somebody deciding to take action on something they've been trying to avoid the whole time? Because here we have on the verge of confession, right? So I think there may be something even a little bit shocking to you that this person tells you, or even just the fact that they communicate with you, right? You might just be like, no, that person's never going to get the cojones to talk to me. So, Carmen, you're not talking about my situation. But this looks to me like somebody who has finally seen the truth of the situation and realized that they basically passed on their own happiness. But I like that we have a king coming out in the upright after we saw the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This really feels like somebody who had to take a loss and feel that void, that lack of your energy before they could really make the choices or decisions or take the action that they needed to, right? For a second, I misread Ben's comment and I thought it said, hey, fucking pirate. Which is just delightful. All right, we've got 5 of Wands and 10 of Wands in the reverse. I think whoever I'm reading for, you or your person or both, have had to deal with a bunch of BS in terms of people telling you, no, that's not how we do things here. Cool, I'll be the weird one. Watch me go. I'm going to do exactly what you said I couldn't do. I think that's the energy here. Somebody, I think, is following the divine feminine's example here in terms of, I know you all expect me to do this, but here's the thing. That makes me feel like I'm living an inauthentic life. I'm going to, oh, did you see that? Ace of Cups. I'm going to go live my life the way I want to. And none of you can say anything about it because it's my life. I don't care if you're angry at me. If you don't support me doing what makes me happy, then you don't support me, do you? You just want me to do things the way that you want me to do. And then maybe you should ask yourself if you should have just, like, I don't know, got a dog instead of had a child, or, instead of having a relationship. Whoever's trying to control you, they don't have a right to. And I think that's what both of these people have had to discover on their own. We have the Lovers clarifying the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels like somebody chose the wrong person. Somebody chose in love the more conventional choice and then hid their true feelings. Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. They hid how they felt about somebody else because they felt they needed to go in a different direction. Machine Tools, that's an exciting name. I can help with personal questions. If you check the description box, you can find my email address, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com, and I can do a personal reading for you. But this is a general one. Thank you, Voodoo. You're helpful. Hello there, Corinne. I hope you're saying, or I'm saying your name right. I agree, Ben. I agree. I don't know what it is about that kick rocks expression. I feel like I've been hearing that more and more and more. And it always makes me think of this like interview with Erica Badu, where she's talking about how her mom told her to pick her friends like she picks her fruit. And if they are, rotten, tell them to kick rocks. So if you haven't seen that, it's a delightful little quote from Miss Erica. All right, so we've got the Four of Cups in the reverse, choosing happiness, right next to the Four of Swords in reverse. Somebody realizes that everything needs to change because what they've been doing to satisfy the people around them is just making them live an inauthentic life and making them feel unhappy, unsatisfied, like they're doing everything because they're expected to, not because it makes them happy. And so this Eight of Pentacles is somebody making plans, somebody putting in the work, somebody crossing off lists or items on a list in order to get to a situation where they can tell somebody the truth. Buying a plane ticket, packing a bag, buying a gift. Oh, damn. Yeah, you guys, I think there's a masculine energy who, by the way, is now coming out as the Emperor. And he's leaving home. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This card almost always makes me think of the Beatles song, She's Leaving Home, when it's in the reverse. So I think there's something here that is going to be a little bit surprising for you in terms of somebody's choices. Something you thought maybe they should have done a while ago and then they're finally doing now. But with the Emperor clarifying the King of Swords, I get a lot of good energy off of this. This is somebody who feels like, again, they want to do the right thing. They need to balance the scales. So somebody is ready to stand in their power after feeling like they were basically submissive to some relationship or family situation. All right, we're going to continue with the Crow Tarot. Thank you, Bull Girl. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Someone has healed. And remember, healing isn't a destination, right? It's a journey. I know, I'm so cheesy. And, if I were to be a kind of cheese, by the way, I'd be a monster. So somebody has healed from this heartbreak, has healed from whatever situation was stopping them from doing what they needed to live an authentic life. And this could apply to you and this other individual, right? Divine, masculine and feminine, because we have the Emperor out here as well, which would basically be the divine masculine, right? We have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. That's so weird because the word I heard was gain, and we're going from 4 to 5. However, the Five of Pentacles is also about kind of like a little bit of lack, right? This is somebody who could be left out in the cold. Quite often you would see this card represented with somebody outside of a church looking rather cold and kind of like they just got beat up, to be honest. So this is a much more peaceful looking Five of Pentacles. However, it is stormy. Do you notice how in the tree it looks like it's not stormy and everywhere else it is? This feels to me like somebody realizing they needed to step back from a really hectic, crazy city life kind of schedule where they never really had a moment to themselves. And they needed to maybe get a little bit of time in nature because this looks like somebody is turning their phone off, ignoring everyone, and going fishing or something like that. Hello, Miss Empress. How are you? So, even though the Five of Pentacles is generally not a very good card, I like that we have the progression here. I think this is a necessary separation. Now, this could be talking about the divine feminine and the divine masculine having had a separation, but I think this is more so whoever has recently become single, they are trying to get their money right. They are maybe a little bit hermity right now or in isolation because they may have, kind of fractured some of the relationships they have. But we also have the Four of Wands. This is actually quite beautiful, you guys. We've got somebody here who has figured out that they can find a more stable situation for themselves, or they can have a more, I don't know what the word is, like the foundation has been built with the appropriate materials instead of built on something that will crumble. So this Four of Wands is telling me that somebody is realizing that even when they're alone, they feel like they can handle anything more so than they thought they could with their partner. So this is like a sense of independence that's exhilarating. Like I had feared being single or I had feared getting out of this relationship for so long. I didn't imagine in a million years that when I was finally walking along that path on my own, I would feel so alive and so ready for anything. Like somebody feels invigorated or more courageous than ever, and like they're building the right foundation for the future they want, even in the midst of a breakup. That's the Two of Cups in the reverse, by the way. Ace of Pentacles. That is pretty similar to the Sun, although there is obviously in the tarot deck a Sun card. This is also to me like happiness, blessings, abundance. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this feels like somebody getting a blessing or an increase in their life after choosing what's right for them. It may not have been easy. It may not have been, done with other people's blessing, but this person who has moved away from their relationship is going to find it much easier than they anticipated, because what they've done is choose an authentic, happy life. And the universe tends to reward you for that kind of thing, you guys. We have the King of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with someone that has Leo in their chart. And we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. This is all about taking action and being decisive. This is leading up to our King of Swords and our Emperor, but also the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups in the reverse, which is somebody deciding to put their time and energy into something that makes them happy. Somebody here has decided to take action on something that for a very long time they tried to ignore. And now we have the Six of Cups. This is sweet. This is somebody thinking back on the good times they had. And now we have a Six of Swords. So you also may be seeing 66, 666. This is about regaining balance, tranquility, moving to a more peaceful existence. Somebody knows that if they have a life spent next to you, that they will be happy. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I think we need a few more of the untold messages of the heart. All right. What else do we have? Did Spirit just answer my question, you guys? Maybe. Hi there, Mac. How are you doing? You're so welcome. And then we have walls. I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in. Now, this brings us to a good point. Some of you may be like, hey, that's all fine and good, like good for you. You know how to like choose happiness, but you took too long. And if that's the case, you may be like, well, I've already got these walls in place. I've already got my blocks up. Maybe you met somebody new. This person may have just needed to have you as inspiration to finally leave something that wasn't right for them. But that doesn't mean that they're automatically guaranteed to have you in their life. So if you do want this person to come back and you have blocks up, you might want to address that. Otherwise, if you are just fine with that person struggling to communicate with you, then you don't have to do shit, do you? I feel like we both need to go our separate ways for a while. So I do think some of you feel this way. At the top, we have moving on. Mask. Honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable makes me feel uncomfortable. Well, well, well. Yeah, this is somebody who had to worry about impressing other people. It's one of my least favorite characteristics, you guys. And then we have within a few months. So the one thing that I will say here is I do appreciate that if you're coming out of a relationship and you want to take action towards happiness, I still think that the right thing to do is to have some time to yourself, recover from that ending or that breakup before you go and try to start something different, right? Now, we may have somebody here who's concerned that if they take too long, you're going to be in a relationship or more serious in a relationship that you already have. So I think this person's trying to figure out what the right timing is and whether or not you still give a damn. Who was it? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Scarlett O'Hara and what's his name? I don't know. Apparently, recall is not my forte this morning, you guys. Sorry. We have in the very near future. Some confusion. So be prepared. You may have somebody that makes you realize you don't want something you thought you did want, or makes you realize maybe you do want to give someone a different chance, because there's some confusion here. This could also just be on the part of your person, not knowing whether or not they should come in and actually tell you what's going on or that you inspired them to leave. But this is like eating them alive, you guys. They feel like they have to tell you. Foolish. I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. I think you're at least going to get an apology here. And I do encourage you to forgive people and not look at forgiveness as something for other people, but for yourself, because it enables you to move forward. But forgiveness doesn't mean you have to let somebody back in and let them do the same thing over again, right? All right, we're going to continue with the Tarot Familiars. Humphrey Bogart? That's not right for you. Clark Gable. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Is it Rhonda? Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Sorry, you guys. We've got Two of Wands. Knave of Wands and the Sun. This is good news, you guys. This is somebody who has decided to chart a new course, somebody who is looking at their options and wanting a different life. With the Page of Wands in the middle there, I love that there's like a kitty with what the hell is that called? Fortune telling globe thingy. You guys probably think I'm super slow this morning. I think you know what's going on here. I think you know it's only a matter of time. See how we've got a little watch on a string? Just kidding. I know it's a chain, you guys. Come on. There's good news here. Something that's going to make you happy. And it could just be as simple as, I'm glad you chose you. It's not necessarily that we're going to be an item, but I'm happy that you are doing what's right for you, right? That kind of, I genuinely care for you kind of thing. But I think this is somebody who's deciding to move out, or move in a new direction on their own. And they know that it requires strength, but this doesn't come out unless you've been able to address the devil, right? And the upright. So this is somebody who has dealt with insecurity, codependency, or some sort of insecurity, something like that, that made it difficult for them to make their own choice. With the Six of Wands in the reverse, there's definitely some insecurity here. I think somebody has had to work really hard on the confidence and the courage side of things, because it was much easier to stay where they were and be unhappy than make the changes that they have decided to make. For some of you, this masculine energy may have been cheated on, or may have had an issue in terms of constantly arguing because their spouse knew that they were in love with someone else. Take it how it resonates, but there's something here that made it really difficult for this existing relationship to move forward because of jealousy. We have the Two of Swords and Eight of Cups. Somebody realized that they were going to have to make a decision, and I'm hearing, will you stay or will you go now? And somebody decided it's time to go. And everyone thinks this decision is reckless or ill-advised, but it's exhilarating to this. I think it's the masculine who's leaving. We're going to get a little bit more clarity here for you with the Everyday Tarot. And then we'll close it out with the Zodiac Fortune Telling cards. Since we're already at 43 minutes, they like to mess with my audio about now. It's okay, Voodoo. We still think you're awesome. We have the Chariot. That's the fastest moving card in the deck. Somebody has put a swift end to something and they have transformed. They are ready. They are ready to make a significant pivot in life. Because what I'm really noticing is, normally with the Chariot card, we have all three of these looking straight at you, right? The two sphinxes in the foreground and the dude in the chariot. But in this card, the cats are looking either direction, and the dude in the chariot is also looking one of those directions. So it's like Everyone thought you were going to go this way, but you're going this way. And for some of you, I'm noticing he's looking at the smaller town over here instead of the bigger town. So there could be a change to a more rural area. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. An illusion has dissipated or disappeared. I think this is surrounding the relationship that has ended. Someone felt like they couldn't leave for some reason. There may have been like a legal or tax issue, or just not wanting to do with like a dissolution of marriage or child custody, but somebody realizes now that they can figure this out. So we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is moving forward. Like I said, they are healed. They're not sitting there looking at the past, like feeling hopeless or, I can't do anything to change my reality. This person is finally realizing they were letting fears and insecurity hold them back from what they really wanted. There has never been a more accurate combo when you let codependency, fears, insecurity, addiction hold you in a place that is unhappy. You look like this chick right here. You can't see anything. You don't know who you can trust. You can't move. Somebody decided, I'm going to change this. That's why we have the Strength card here. We have the King of Swords coming out sideways. I think there's a sense here that what this I want to do the right thing comment is about is somebody realizing they have like this reputation for being honest, but they were not honest about how they felt for you. And that's why they couldn't stop thinking about you. That's why they couldn't find peace. And now this person is deciding that the most important thing for them is no longer just like the material, right? They want to make sure that they do right by the person that they love and that they apologize for how they treated them. The material things that maybe was kind of an easy thing to focus on to distract themselves from how they felt is no longer sufficient. I do think there's also blessings here for you because we have the Clover and Door to Value. So it could be that somebody's bringing an offer to you, and with that is some sense of prosperity as well. All right, Zodiac fortune telling, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, yes. Thank you, Rhonda. Rhett Butler. What a weird name, huh? You will be more prosperous in the near future. Didn't I just say that? You will be happiest with peace and quiet. Didn't I just say that? Sorry, guys. You're going to get so irritated with me. So I'm looking at the top card, or top lines, by the way. I also feel like for some of you, the number 16 is really important. But then look at, we also have number 23 here because it's the first day of 2023. All right, let's get one more for you. You help others unexpectedly. A lot of you are resonating with this divine feminine energy, and you are getting abundance in both love and money because of how you help others. It's your turn now to enjoy the spoils of war. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to be back for at least one other reading today, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.